My name is Tamar L. Goulet, and I am a coral reef biologist. In my senior year, when I was an undergraduate student, I went to Eilat, which is in the Red Sea, and I learned how to dive, and I fell in love with the coral reef. One of the research projects that we do is we work on what's known as octocorals. Those are the ones where if you go diving in the Caribbean and you see them moving in the waves, those are the octocorals. And so I'm trying to understand how reefs and how the organisms that live in the reef cope with the changing environment and with stressors that are happening on the reefs. When you think of a research question, you think of how are you going to test that question, and then that's when you design the experiments. And sometimes you dive and collect data just by observing what is going on the reef, and sometimes you collect animals. In my case, it's corals or octocorals, and you put them in aquaria, and you modify the environment, like you raise the temperature, or you affect UV or nutrients, and then you see how the organisms that live within it interact and respond to what you're doing. If we understand what is going on a coral reef, then we can maybe make a difference. So for example, before we knew what diabetes was, we didn't know how to treat it. But now that we understand what diabetes is and that there are different types of diabetes, there are different treatments for those types. For the same token, if we don't understand what is going on the reef, then we can't deal with it. And so it's amazing to be able to figure out new things. And not every day is exciting, but all in all, it's when you do make a discovery and you get it published and you've done something that nobody has done before, it's a very fulfilling feeling. As a scientist, you have to get funding, and if you don't get funding, then you won't get any research done. And so you write grant proposals and you submit your ideas, and so even though it's your ideas, it's part of you. And when they get rejected, it is very hard not to take it personally that they're rejecting you, not necessarily your idea, or not even rejecting your idea, but the fact is maybe they had too many proposals and they didn't have enough money, but you don't know that. So what you know is that you were rejected. And it hurts a lot. And so it's very hard to be self-confident. It's very hard to speak up. But if you support a woman in STEM, then she will soar to new heights of confidence, creativity, and accomplishments.